This video is designed to give you a basic understanding of legal abbreviations using the new 6th edition of the Allwood Guide to Legal Citation, often called the Allwood Manual. After viewing this tutorial, you'll be able to look up and locate any federal and Michigan primary law abbreviation, as well as secondary source abbreviations in the Allwood Manual to find out what they stand for. This video contains detailed screenshots and must be viewed on full screen, and with the highest available YouTube video settings chosen. We'll start with federal case law. You'll find a list of all the federal case law reporters and state regional reporters in the Allwood Manual, Rule 12 and Chart 12.2 therein, and in Appendix 1 of the manual. U.S. Supreme Court decisions are published in 3 reporters. The top citation on your screen, 201 U.S. 235, is to the official United States reports. You'd find the case in volume 201 of the United States Reports on page 235. By looking at chart 12.2 of Rule 12.4, you'll see that SCT stands for Supreme Court Reporter and LED2D stands for United States Supreme Court Reports, Lawyers Edition 2nd Series. You could have also obtained that information from Appendix 1. Reported Federal Court of Appeals opinions are published in the Federal Reporter. Federal District Court decisions are published in the Federal Supplement. Unpublished Federal Court of Appeals opinions are placed in the Federal Appendix. And federal decisions involving the federal rules are collected and published in the Federal Rules Decisions Reporter. Note the abbreviations for all of these reporters are located in this chart. State-specific reporters may be found in Appendix 1 under the state's heading. For instance, Michigan Supreme Court opinions are published in the Michigan Reports, abbreviated as MICH. The appendix also shows the regional reporter if appropriate. For instance, Michigan Supreme Court opinions are also found in the Northwestern Reporter. You may have already guessed that MICH-AP stands for Michigan Appeals Reports. Notice that Appendix 1 also shows abbreviations for other Michigan primary law, such as statutory compilations. You'll also find session law and administrative compilations here as well. Abbreviations for federal statutes or legislative codes may be found in Appendix 1 under the Federal Primary Sources section. You'll notice the top citation on the screen is from a source abbreviated as USC. Consulting the Federal Primary Sources section of Appendix 1 shows that USC stands for United States Code. You'll also notice in Appendix 1 that there are 2 other sources for federal legislation. USCA stands for United States Code Annotated, and USCS stands for United States Code Service. So the top example on your screen is from Title 18 of the U.S. Code, Section 1965. It's read simply as 18 U.S.C. Section 1965. To find out all of the details for how to properly cite to a federal legislative code section, consult Allwood Rule 14. As is with federal legislation, Michigan has 3 different sources of legislation according to Appendix 1 under the Michigan section. MICH-COMP Law stands for Michigan Compiled Laws. MICH-COMP Laws ANN stands for Michigan Compiled Laws Annotated. MICH-COMP Laws Serv stands for Michigan Compiled Laws Service. Reading a Michigan legislation citation is pretty easy. The name of the source is listed first, followed by the section number. This is shown on your screen as Michigan Compiled Laws Annotated Section 482.44. You'll come across many secondary source abbreviations. Appendix 5 of the Allwood Manual lists all of the legal periodical abbreviations, such as for our law school's law review, the University of Detroit Mercy Law Review. Other secondary source abbreviations may be found simply by looking up their titles in the FAST Formats locator on the inside front cover, or by utilizing the thorough index at the back of the book. For instance, by using the FAST Formats locator, you'll see that ALR annotations are on page 216, restatements are on page 229, as are uniform laws. Now here's an example of an index page. The index doesn't give you page references, instead it gives you a reference to the appropriate rules. For instance, when you look up American Jurisprudence Second, you're referred to Rule 22.3 and Chart 22.1, where you can find an example of a citation. Finally, if your professor has required proof that you viewed this tutorial, log into Twin and access the course titled Introduction to Legal Research and Communication. Then click on to the Assignments and Quizzes link on the left side of the page. And finally, click on to the Introduction to the Allwood Manual quiz.